if anybody can tell me the reason for this, please tell me. Why the hell were they singing Nirvana and Blitzkrieg Bop in this movie? I'm utterly confused by that. So Pan is directed by Joe Wright and stars Hugh Jackman, Levi Miller, Garrett Hedlund, and Rooney Mara. And this movie is supposed to be a new take on the Peter Pan story and basically be an origin story of how Pan got to Neverland. And I'm letting you know right off the bat, this is going to be a short review because this movie is painfully terrible. There's really nothing I liked about this movie. And you can tell that the actors are trying their best to bring these characters to life, but there's so little character development in this story that the performances just suffer. And speaking of bad acting, let's talk about the worst character of all of them, with Garrett Hedlund as James Hook. The name's James Hook. That's exactly how he talks throughout the entire film, and it was just so annoying. And he was by far the most cartoonish in this entire film, and it's just 2 hours of him basically like leaning his head forward and like sort of like seeing if he can see under his hat like the name's James Hook. Ugh. Why? And the overall look of this film would have been good had the cinematography and the VFX been handled better. The lighting, oh my god, the lighting in this film was very noticeable in a bad way because there are plenty of scenes where they're obviously in front of a green screen. The lighting in the background doesn't match the lighting on the characters in front of the camera, and it was just so bad. There's plenty of scenes in this film where like there'd be two characters talking and it's like a sunset scene, but the sun is like hitting their face like if it was like on this side when you see the sun in the background, and it's just who's lighting this film? And also other scenes where you can't really see the source of light in the shot, and you'll see one character talking to another, and like the lighting on one character is fine, but then when it cuts to the other one for a reaction shot, the lighting changes, and it's very noticeable. And the visual effects in this movie weren't great. I mean, especially this one scene where Peter is being taken to Neverland for the first time, and you see it in the trailer of him, they pass by Saturn and he starts to touch his Saturn for a second, and it's just so obvious that it's complete CG fabrication and none of it looks real. And that's basically the CG for the entire film and the visual effects overall, and it's just bad. And also this film had terrible pacing. This movie felt like a bunch of scenes just strung together with no transitions in between each scene. The idea of transitions in this film was somebody getting hit or somebody falling and then quickly cutting to the next scene, and it did that all the time in this thing, and it just got really old. I just found myself cringing a lot in this film from the poor like CG, the bad cinematography, the horrible editing in my opinion. But I will say this, the one glimmer of hope in this film is Hugh Jackman as Blackbeard, because there are a few moments in this film where I just didn't want to poke my eyes out while I was watching it, and those scenes had Hugh Jackman in them. But not even Wolverine is enough to save this movie. It is an absolute bombshell of a film, and Pan most definitely gets a hell no.
Nope.
So Pan, have you seen it? What did you think about it? I absolutely doubt you went to go see this film. If you looked up how much this film got over the weekend, I know you didn't go see this film. So instead, what's your favorite Peter Pan film? My personal favorite is Hook, starring Robin Williams, directed by the great Steven Spielberg. So whatever it is, leave a comment below. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And as always, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, you can click right here and see more videos. Bye, Andrew.